Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mole Trap here, coming at you with game number 3 of this best of 3 of the 2004 OSL between Reach and Xellos. This is the last game. This is gonna decide who's advancing onto the semifinals. Who's gonna be in that round of 4? Who's gonna be within range of the big money? I don't think most of these players play for the money entirely, right? You don't dedicate your life to StarCraft for the money, especially in 2004. Prize pools were not that big. Prize pools were, well, I guess prize pools were never that big for StarCraft 1, but in any case, yeah. So game number 3, this is on Mercury, and you know, I'm really curious to see how this goes. As you can see on this map, there's the possibility of having kind of close locations by air. It's not necessarily super close by land because you got to go out of your expansion across the ramp, around the corner, up the street, and then down through another. And we're seeing this probe demonstrate what I'm talking about right here. And so it's kind of a little bit farther, but by air it's pretty close. Especially in this case, we can see between Reach's main. Reach is the red Protoss, by the way, up here, who I see as red, even though the overlay thing says orange. So maybe they changed the colors somehow. I'm not sure what happened there, but and Xellos is the green Terran at the bottom. Okay, now they changed the colors to match. Great. I think they had the maybe they had the overlay from last game up. I actually didn't notice if the numbers were correct, and maybe they forgot to change the overlay in between, or before they put it back up again. Anyway, I've now forgotten. Oh yes, so between Reach's main and Xellos' natural is a pretty damn close by air, which means a couple things. Which means that Reaver drops can be very effective. It also means that in the late game, something like carriers could be very effective. I guess any kind of drop could be effective, but Reaver drops is the most likely that we're going to see in this kind of a situation. Anyway, so pretty normal builds here for both players. Hopefully my power doesn't go out again. If you guys didn't hear in the last game, my power went out partway through casting that, and I'm laughing at myself because I'm thinking of the fact that I was complaining to some friends of mine that I might have to read a book, a paper book, by the light of the sun, and I realized how funny and silly it was to say that, and I just like that phrase, by the light of the sun, because it sounds epic and archaic, even though it's not. It just means, like, you know, seeing with my eyes, by the light of the sun. It's just like super normal. But what just happened there? I just saw, am I seeing things by the light of the sun? Did I just see a little explosion? Did that SDV kill a probe or something like that? Or am I just like, am I crazy? No, there's 0 kills on the SDV. What? Okay, never mind. Let's move on. Maybe I saw a ghost. It is Spooktober when I'm casting this game, even though this game was played in Spooktember, I believe, in 2004. Maybe, actually, wait. Maybe not. I'll have to double check, but rather than double checking now, I'm just going to cast the game because it doesn't matter. We do have a factory with a machine shop lined up behind this barracks, which is blocking any kind of scout, so Reach has no idea what's going on. I guess he at least, well, with a Terran, you can't even know if they're expanding or not, because they could be building their command center behind that wall. And look at these, he's actually checking over here to see if there's any hidden barracks or factories or starports or anything like that. Very smart on this map, you know, because, like I said, it's the drops are could be especially effective for Reach, but they also could be effective for Xellos. Right? If he builds a proxy starport over in that top right area or something like that, it's a really quick little jump, just right over that little gap into this back corner where you can have a nice little pocket. You can put some tanks in your pocket. You can put some vultures in there with the tanks in your pocket, and you know, if this were a dress, then a lot of the women I know would be excited about it because it has pockets. That's what I'm getting at here. Anyway, we do have Xellos pushing out here with a tank and some Marines. Probably going to follow it up with a Vulture. And this is a good old FD fake double build where he's pushing out with some units that look similar to what I would. Oh, and he's going to lose the tank. A little bit of a misplay again by Xellos, actually. He should have fallen that tank back. I think he was just on A move. And now that he's lost that tank, he's lost this push. The tank was the firepower there. The Marines were kind of there just to punish anything that got close to the tank. But unfortunately, they didn't. He let the Dragoon get close to the tank and kill it. And so now he's just going to have to be stuck on his ramp. We can see that he got spider mines. So, you know, he was just posturing to kind of push out there a little bit. But still, I would have expected him to fall back that tank once it got under fire. And then if the Dragoon chased the tank, the Marines do the damage and kill it off. But instead, he's tankless. Anyway, some mines are going to protect this spot so he can't cross it while he builds a bunker there and tries to trade the advantage back into his favor so that he can expand is what it looks like. Ooh, nice little pick off there, picking off the mine before it could sink down into the ground. Now, I have we've seen it. I haven't made note of it yet because I've been talking about other stuff, but there's a hidden citadel of a dune over there. And this is... Whoa, he does pick off that mine. He's going to try and come in here and push those Dragoons back as well. The Dragoon range is finished, so he can outrange that bunker, and so he's trying to use mines to push him back away from the bunker so he can't keep picking it off. He needs to get an SCV on that bunker to repair it. He's depending too much on these vultures, and the bunker goes down. Xellos again, just not kind of paying attention there. Reach doing some fancy Dragoon micro here, pushing forward a little bit, and targeting to, well, that wasn't very fancy at all, actually, but at first it was fancy. Doing some fancy footwork with the mines to kill them off, and now the SCVs are coming out to try and distract the Dragoons, keep them back a little bit. Actually, where are those SCVs going? They're just going off to die a little bit here. And Tank's out now. He's building his command center back. Okay, oh, I see what's going on. So he was building his command center at the natural, and you can see the rubble there from when he canceled it because he knew he wasn't going to be able to hold it because the bunker went down. All he needed to do was send 3 SCVs up there ahead of time to buy time for a second tank to come out, and he would have been able to hold his ramp at the natural. Now, what he doesn't realize, though, is that there's going to be a Dark Templar drop any second now. The Templar Archives, I was starting to talk about the Templar Archives, and I got interrupted again. Geez, game, why you gotta be so exciting? Interrupt me talking about you being exciting. Gosh. Yeah, he's got nothing. He's got mines, but he doesn't have enough mines. Remember last game, if you saw that, like he was able to just run DT after DT after DT, clear out the mines with just countless DTs, and just eventually break through and start killing stuff off. And but there's no academy. He's got nothing. He's got nothing but mines, and he hasn't even been making vultures. Oh, he does! Oh, he's making turrets! I didn't see the engineering bay. He's making turrets. He could not die, theoretically, here to these Dark Templar. The turret is going to be up in time, but he doesn't have any forces here. He's going to be able to target down the turret before he can actually kill the Dark Templar. No! The turret dies instantly. The tank cannot kill the Templar. The Dragoons are targeting down the tank as well. And the tank goes down! He didn't even have anything there to protect the tank. Now the Dark Templars can run around willy-nilly and kill whatever they want. He's trying to build a turret in several locations, and there is only one Dark Templar, but the Dragoons are enough to finish off that turret. The SCVs are doing their thing again. Now, this is how it looked like the other game was going to end. Well, actually, the first game, this is how it ended, is with Xellos' SCVs trying to surround Dragoons ineffectively. Well, effectively, but not enough to keep him from damaging too much. And that last Dragoon is going to take out one of the SCVs building a turret. Is the Dark Templar going to be able to get the turret? He's repairing with everything. The forces are coming in to try and kill off the Dark Templar while it's within range of the turret. And he gets out of the range. No, he doesn't get out of range of the turret, but the second Dark Templar does. Picks off that mine. And this could be it, because again, you know, Xellos isn't mining here. He's got 0 mining at this point in time. Oh, he could mine drag into those SCVs as well. There's no turret there. Wait, is there? How did he see that? Oh, there is a turret there. It was just off screen. Sorry. Okay, so he cleans up the DTs. But he was not mining, because he doesn't even have an expansion. He couldn't even send his XCVs to an expansion, because he lost that effort to build that expansion. And he has the command center now, but it's kind of just floating there. So Xellos was not mining for a while. Xellos is not mining for a while. And so this is not looking good for him. Again, you know, like I said in the other game, Xellos has a super high win rate against Protoss with a 62% win rate. It's, you know, he's super favored to win a best of 3. But it's freaking Reach. It's the Mantos. It is the hero of Protoss, one of the original kings of the Protoss race. And he is not someone to mess with at all. And here he is with an expansion on that right side of the map. He's like, oh, well, this is where my hidden tech is, so, you know, I'll just make an expansion here too. Might as well. So he's got an expansion over on the right side. And, you know, a Terran player, even if Xellos manages to kind of build up a lot, okay, he's going to discover this, but the cannon's going to keep those vultures from doing too much damage for now. Anyway, still no comm scan, by the way. Here comes another shuttle, probably with some DTs in. Maybe a couple Zealots to kind of hang out with the DTs. What's he going to do here? He must know there's mines there. He has observers out now as well, so he's definitely going to be able to peek on that and see exactly what's going on. But I mean, like, Reach has been untouched. His economy's been untouched, and just as I say that, his economy gets touched a little bit. But, you know, it looks like he lost 2 or 3 probes there. Not too big of a deal. So Reach has been mining consistently, and he's gotten an expansion up, whereas Xellos has one base that has not been mining consistently, and he's just struggling to maintain control of his main base. He's trying to maintain. Trademark Moletrap 2020. So I'm not sure how Xellos is going to get back into this in the long game. Like, sure, he can turtle up a little bit and just keep his siege tanks around and, like, really slowly and tenderly move out of here. Just cautiously peek out of his choke point, see if there's Dragoons there, push him back with some siege fire. And he has some forces to defend his tanks here, some backup tanks as well. Oh, and the Dragoon pops out to take the fire. The shuttles. Oh, it's a storm drop. Huge storms going down, killing so many SCVs. Oh my god, it's a slaughter. It's an absolute slaughter. Those were not DTs, those were HTs. And the HTs versus the SCVs was not a tease. They did as they pleased, and that was I was trying to make a rhyme, but that didn't work very well. But point being, Xellos is. Remember how like 3 minutes ago? No, less than that. 2 minutes ago, I was talking about how Xellos' economy was crap. Guess what? It's crap-er now. It's even more crap than it was before. And he's still trying to make this push here. He has got no other choice. He has to do some damage to Reach. He's got to just, you know, say, I've got the siege tanks. Siege tanks are OP. I've got to do some damage here. Got to push out. Instead, he's going to lose everything. We're going to see GG as soon as these forces die, I think. Yeah, as soon as that last tank goes down. So it looks like Reach will be, well, let's see. Maybe he's going to try and keep it a little bit longer. But, you know, I'm more of a Xellos. I like Reach. I've talked before about how I've actually met him in person, and he's a super nice guy. I really, really like him as a person. As a player, for some reason, I have more of an affinity for Xellos. Not sure why, but I hate to say it, but Xellos, you gotta get out of here. There's nothing left here. He's gonna be going down in this game almost certainly. Reach is gonna advance to the semifinals again, and this time, and just like last OSL, you know, last OSL he played a Terran in the semifinals and advanced to the finals to play against July Zerg. And, of course, got second place versus July Zerg. But, and this time he's going to be playing a Terran again. If I remember the bracket correctly, it's a TVT matchup on the other side of his quarterfinals. I think that's the Uv Nada match, right? So he's going to be playing Uv or Nada in the semifinals to get another shot at the finals here. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We don't know who that's going to be yet. And, you know, I said it a couple times before, but just as one more reminder in this series, there's the GG finally. These games are being played. I'm casting them a little bit out of the order that they were played, just to keep my sanity a little bit and not try and keep track of all 4 series at once, because they were played previously with different formats. So anyway, so that's going to do it. I've already kind of wrapped up even before the game ended. Reach is going to advance. Wearing his slick KTF jersey there, jacket, whatever you want to call it. He's going to advance. Yeah, so that's all there is to it. Reach is going to advance, beating one of the top Terrans in the world in 2004 to advance to the semifinals to face one of the other top Terrans in the world in 2004, and potentially going to the finals to face one of the other top Terrans in the world in 2004, theoretically, because we've got a TVT matchup on the other side of the bracket. It could be Boxer or Sync. in the finals against him, if he gets that far. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that series. Pretty awesome stuff. Very fun games. Really, really cool games. Just lots of back and forth, lots of aggression on both parties, and just a lot of excellent play. I do feel like Xellos made a couple mistakes in a couple of these games. I mean, he made a couple mistakes in the game he won, so I can't fault him too much for that. But I feel like he made a couple mistakes in this game that, you know, if he hadn't lost that early tank for his FD push, right? If he hadn't forgotten to repair the bunker at his natural and he was mining on his second base that whole time. Imagine if those things had gone differently. This could have been a very different game. Reach had control of it most of the game instead. But if Xellos had kind of picked up that little bit of slack, it would have been a much tighter game, and we could have had a longer macro game, and he could have won it, and it could have seen Xellos in the semifinals. But that's what pro gaming is about. You need to play everything perfectly, and if you play slightly less perfectly than your opponent, you can lose it all. So anyway, that's going to do it for the first series of the quarterfinals. I believe the next one I'm going to do is, in fact, that TVT. I'm just going in order of the bracket that I made arbitrarily, which is going to feature Uv versus Nada, if I remember correctly. So that'll be a fun one as well. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. GG.